Okay, so this week I was supposed to continue answering questions from last week, but I kind of lost the paper, and I just had that paper on my printer to print out the questions for this week, March 20th. Unfortunately, so I'll continue the questions from previous weeks next week so I can print them out and answer them. But for now, I've got questions from 4 different people, so let's get right into it with question number 1, March 20th episode from Thomas Member Essential. I got more questions for you. Really, got more questions for me, right? So I gotta do this again, huh? Greedy little Although NES is your main game resource for reviewing, what about Super Nintendo? Will it be something you look into? That's a good question. It's something I've been considering. Yeah, I'll probably review more SNES games in the future. As I recall, I reviewed Batman for the Super Nintendo a while back. So yeah, I'll probably review more Super Nintendo games in the future, but for now, concentrating on NES. So that's a very good question. I'm glad you brought that up because it kind of reminded me to expand my horizons a little bit, you know what I mean? I tried sending you a small message to your email, but it didn't work. Could you repeat your email address again, but this time use your Movie Maker to print the words out so I can see it? I'm not going to do that. I'll just say nc17fans@aol.com. Dude, I told you not to put them up. What? No. You put the words up. I told you not to put them up. You knew I was going to read this question. I told you not to put up the words. Get the words out. Damn, get the words out. Get the words out of there. Get it out. Thank you. That never happened. N217fans@aol.com is the email address that I use for my 17 fans subscribers from around the globe. That's what I use. This might sound stupid, but how do you record your videos? I mean, reviewers like James Rolfe and Chris Boers look like they played the games like you do, but are you actually playing the game? If so, how does the footage get onto your computer? Yeah, I'm playing the games. Sometimes I use an emulator, and that emulator records the video game footage right onto my computer, so I'm very lucky. It then converts to an AVI, and then I bring that into Sony Vegas Movie Studio. Now, how do I record the footage for the PS3 games? I use a device called, I'm way too lazy to take it out right now. I use a device called the Adaptec Game Bridge. On eBay, you could probably find it for about 15 or 20 bucks. Whereas sites like Amazon or some of that, it'll be about 40 bucks. The Game Bridge works for PS3, PS2, and I think Xbox, but I've never used it for Xbox or the 360, but I know that it works for PS3 and PS2. Have you ever done something that was really stupid and got caught for it? Yes, I have. I'm asking because I got into deep crap or something. You could perhaps offer a solution to help me. Hell yeah, I'll help you out. Whatever you did, it's not that bad. Sure, tell me what you did, either through personal messaging or through Kenny Answers, and I'll help you out with it. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your questions and to solve your problems. It's all up in here. I know. From 6 Round Revolver. This is a new guy. Fantastic. Thank you for coming on, SRR. You don't mind me calling you that, right? Good. This is for Kenny Answers. I love it. If you were a pimp, what kind of car would you drive and what color would it be? I'm a pimp right now, huh? I'm a pimp right now, rocking the bling bling. Got the cadet hat on, and I'm a pimp right now, you know? I'm a pimp, keeping it gangster, you know what I mean? Okay, I'll admit, I'm not exactly the most car-savvy guy in the world. Now, most guys my age, you know, the early 20s, usually they're looking into nice cars, stuff like that. I don't really know cars that well. But if I could choose a car, I'd probably make it a sports car. What color would it be? Interesting you ask that. It would either be silver or jet black. Either silver or jet black. I'm not sure. I can't decide. But it would be either silver or it would be jet black. Why? Because I think those look the best on cars. If you were going to set a world record, what would it be? That's a really, really good question. I would set the record for most slices of pizza eaten within a day. Yeah, that's the kind of world record I would set. As for other world records, I would set a lot of them, but that's the one I mostly concentrate on. You know what I mean? I'd be good at it too. From Vincey Halo, would you say you have good or bad luck? Give examples. Why do I gotta give examples, man? I gotta embarrass myself on national internet? I guess. This isn't national TV, so I guess it's national internet. I have bad luck. Give examples? I just remembered this from a while back when I was probably about 10 years old. I was camping, And no, not the Modern Warfare 2 camping. I hate that kind of camping. But I also hate camping in nature. You know, camping where you set up a tent and s'mores and roast it on a little fireplace. Yeah, I hate that kind of camping as well, but I also despise Call of Duty campers. But I was camping one time, and I had to take a shit. So I traveled all around because I didn't want to take a shit on the ground or like in the grass or something. That's just disgusting. So I find a bathroom, a little building that's a bathroom. I remember this like it was yesterday because it was so horrible. I took a shit in the toilet, and then there was no toilet paper. There was no wipes. I couldn't wipe my ass or anything until I saw a carton of milk. A carton of milk that was just lying on the floor by me, and then I was like, "Oh God!" So I get up off my ass, take the carton of milk, and yes, I wipe my ass on the carton of milk. I wiped my ass on a carton of milk, a really old carton of milk that still had dirt on it. So that was a very unpleasant experience. So that's just one example of the bad luck that Kenny has right here. I had bad luck overall, but I do have some good luck, but overall it's bad luck. Just the way I am. Thank you for bringing that up. If you had one day to live, what would you do? I like this. Deep questions. No, not the not the generic stuff. Deep questions. This is I love deep questions. This is great. One day to live. What would I do? I would cause as much havoc as I possibly could. Like I would go GTA 3 style on everybody. You know what I mean? I would hijack cars. I would drive off bridges. So I'm gonna die anyway. So what the hell is the use? If I get arrested, ooh, big whoop. I would do anything I could. I would cause havoc on the streets of wherever, you know? I would just cause absolute chaos. That's what I would do if I had one day to live. What's your favorite gun in Modern Warfare 2? That's a good question. My favorite assault rifle is the ACR. Very low recoil. With the silencer on, it's beast. The Charlie 21 is also really good. With the silencer and stopping power, can't beat it. My favorite sniper rifle, either the Intervention or the Barrett. Not sure. I get more one-hit kills with the Intervention, but I also have the Barrett. I pretty much switch between the Barrett and the Intervention depending on the map. Like if it's Wasteland, for some reason I do better with the Barrett on Wasteland than I do with the Intervention. But I switch sniper rifles on big maps like Quarry, Wasteland, Underpass. That's pretty much all the maps I use a sniper rifle on. I don't use the ACOG. I'm horrible with the ACOG. I'm horrible with the ACOG on any sniper rifle. The WA-2000, and I don't remember the other name, I think it's like the M21 EBR or something like that. I don't use those ones because I like to be fast and get one-hit kills with my sniper rifle, but I'll probably try them out in the future because I watched a video on YouTube last night with the WA-2000, I think it's called. The guy made it look pretty good, so I'll probably check that out soon. What's your favorite gun in World at War? The PPSH. I like to call it the PPSH. It's a fast gun. It reloads pretty quickly. I always like the Thompson. The Thompson's really good as well. The MP40 is also good. Everybody uses the MP40. It's freaking hoard out, you know what I mean? Were you surprised by Heavy Rain's ending? That's a good question. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to be spoiled, mute this now. I'll do this again when I am not spoiling anything. I'll do this. Okay, so mute it now if you haven't played the game. Okay, spoilers. Heavy Rain's ending was good, but it was also disappointing. I did not want Scott Shelby to be the Origami Killer. I liked Scott Shelby throughout the entire game, and don't judge me when I say this, but I fell in love with Ethan Mars. That's right, I fell in love with a video game character. The game story was so good that I actually fell in love with one of the characters. That doesn't happen too often, because Heavy Rain had an absolutely incredible story. The character is also good. Madison Paige, I didn't think I'd care for her at all, but I actually like Madison Paige too. Norman Jayden and Ethan Mars are equally awesome. I love them both. They're both so awesome. Scott Shelby, I liked it first, but after I found out that he was Origami Killer, I hated him. So it's good because it was a swerve, and I like swerves. I like twist endings. Like Saw is like famous for his twist endings. So I like twist endings, but I did not want the killer to be Scott Shelby. I mean, all the evidence pointed to Ethan Mars being the Origami Killer. So unfortunately, I had it spoiled for me, by some little who commented on my video saying that Scott Shelby was the Origami Killer, and I'm thinking, dude, what the hell, man? Now, I didn't think he was serious because I was about halfway done with the game at that time. I deleted the comment. and I didn't think he was. I thought he was joking around. But then when the flashback showed John Shepard, I think his name was, saying, "Remember me, Scotty?" I was both like, and like, are you serious? That guy spoiled it for me. So I had it spoiled ahead of time for me, which sucks. But at the same time, it was a good ending, but it was also disappointing.